from one nasty woman to another. I don't know what nasty woman's in the audience, but I think there's a lot. Well, where do we go from here?
To the ballot box. I mean, you know, please. There are so many important issues to talk about, and obviously we couldn't talk about them all in just one of our fun conversations, our third, as Kara said. But everything depends upon this election, and I can't stress it too much. I mean, I know if young people voted at even half the percentage that people over 65 vote, this country would look very different. And I think part of the challenge is to convince every young person that elections are always about the future, and it's far more about your future than it is about mine. And I think anything you can do between now and the time the polls close on November 6th, there are some really consequential congressional races here in New York, in New Jersey, in Pennsylvania, places that are within easy distance that you could go and knock on doors and make phone calls, or even stay at home and do the same by contacting a campaign. If we turn our vote out and we overcome the suppression efforts in places like Georgia. I was just in Florida with Andrew Gillum, who is a fabulous candidate, absolutely great. And you know, he's doing everything he can to get as big a vote as possible, so there can't be any question that somebody could undercut him. So that's what we've got to do. And there's nothing more important than once we hopefully take back the House, maybe hold our own in the Senate, pick up some governorships, then we've got to say, okay, an agenda, and let's drive that agenda. And it needs to be, you know, as big a list as we can, because we have to get as much done in a year as possible before the presidential campaign takes off in earnest, and, you know, to lay down the groundwork about this is what citizens, this is what voters should expect. So there'll be a lot to talk about after we are hopefully successful in this election.